Welcome back, and in our sports news, international swimming returns to Dubai in just 2 days with the start of the FINA Arena Swimming World Cup. Swimmers from 28 countries have arrived in Dubai ready for the competition, which takes place at the Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Sports Complex this Friday and Saturday. President of the UAE Swimming Federation, Ahmed Al-Falasi, said hosting these major international events is an important part of the growth of swimming, not only in Dubai and the UAE, but the whole region. Racing will begin at 9 a.m. on Friday, October 7th, with heats in the morning and the opening ceremony in the evening, starting at 5:25 p.m, with the first finals contested at 5:40 p.m. Heats will also begin at 9 a.m. on Saturday, the 8th of October. England team manager Martin Johnson insisted today he is not gambling in playing both Jonny Wilkinson and Toby Flood in this weekend's Rugby World Cup quarter-final against France in Auckland. Wilkinson will start at fly half, while his rival for the number 10 shirt, Flood, comes into the starting lineup at inside centre in place of the injured Mike Tindall. Johnson has also brought Nick Easter and Tom Palmer into his pack and put 5 forwards on the bench for what is expected to be an intense battle with the French on Saturday.
No, it's not a gamble. It's you always put a lot of thought into your selections, no more so than when you're in a World Cup quarter-final. So it's one of the options we've got. I think Mike and Manu have played well together. If we had to play Chantain, we could play. There's always an argument to play him. It does give us some different things that we can do on the field when you play those guys, as it does when you play a Chantain or a Matt Banahan. So I think that's where we are with the squad in terms of players you can pick.
England will be hoping Wilkinson brings his best kicking boots to Eden Park after he struggled to find his best form in the pool stage. Wilkinson offered no excuses on Thursday, but he will be keen to see a few more fly between the posts against the French.
I always feel good. To be honest, in this trip so far in the World Cup, in terms of practice, I've never practiced as well as I have done here. In terms of as well and as hard and as focused, and I'm really benefiting from that.
And just days after the loss of star playmaker Dan Carter, Rugby World Cup host nation New Zealand have revealed today that their influential captain Richie McCaw will play through pain in the team's remaining matches of the tournament. McCaw has a foot injury, and while the news was good in terms of his participation in Sunday's quarter-final against Argentina in Auckland, New Zealand assistant coach Steve Hansen said he was being managed to ensure he could continue to play. The flanker has been troubled by foot injuries for much of the season and missed the start of the Super Rugby campaign after having surgery on a stress fracture.
We know that he's had a foot problem for a while, and he just manages it, just has to have it managed. But we're down to the business end, and whilst we're still in the tournament, he'll be available. But we're just going to have to make sure we've done what we've done with him all year, and what he's done while he's at the Crusaders, just manage it.
And in golf, Tiger Woods had a noticeable bounce in his step after competing in the Frice.com Open Pro-Am on Wednesday, and has targeted victory this week in his first PGA Tour event in nearly 2 months. Though Woods has struggled for form most of this year, while battling leg injuries and working on the fourth swing change of his professional career, he said no longer had he had any limits on his practice time after regaining full fitness. Asked how he would measure success this week in his first tournament since the PGA Championship in August, he replied, getting a W.
I've got a chance to practice and work on everything, which has been good, which is something that I hadn't been able to do for a while. So I have to say I'm very pleased with every facet of my game.
2 Argentina teammates butted heads on Wednesday, sending one player, Martin Demichelis, off the practice field, while Argentina trained ahead of its opening 2014 World Cup qualifier against Chile. Demichelis apparently fell lightheaded after colliding with teammate Marcos Rojo and remained sprawled out on his back on the grass as the team medic rushed to his side. An ambulance was called in and the Malaga SF central defender was finally able to walk himself off the field wearing a neck brace. Argentina is looking to get off on the right foot, led by Alejandro Sabella, who took over as coach after Sergio Batista failed to guide the former world champions beyond the quarter-finals of the Copa America in July. The pressure may be on, but Pablo Zabaleta of Manchester City said they are used to all the fuss. Goal line technology could be introduced to the top football leagues across the world as early as the 2013-2014 season, if testing of the technologies show they are accurate enough. That's according to the Football Association's General Secretary Alex Horne. The English Premier League had hoped to be the first major league to use goal line technology at the start of the 2012-13 season, but the IFAB is now not thought to give the go-ahead until after next year's European Championships in July. And finally this evening, Dubai's new and much anticipated creative concept, United Designers, officially opened its doors last night at Mirdif City Centre. The new concept store aims to change the local fashion scene and highlight homegrown talents. Dubai's fashion crowd gathered at the inaugural store to get the first glimpse of the latest collections from fresh design talent that were shortlisted by the company's founder and CEO, Yahya Stapik. United Designers is Yahya's brainchild when he won the Big Start Student Entrepreneur Award, sponsored by Al Tamimi Investments. And now 2 years on, he has seen his vision translate into a fashion reality and is setting the platform for others.
This has been in the works for 1 year. Today actually is the day where, designers in the UAE, fashion designers specifically, have the chance to actually grow and commercialize ourselves on a very prominent level. So what we did today is give an opportunity and extend that spirit to fashion designers in the UAE to actually have a say, in what they want and what they actually want to do.
The designers were thrilled at being shortlisted for the chance to showcase their talent in the boutique fashion environment, which they say has acted as an important platform to get their names on the Dubai fashion map.
Basically, we sell luxury handbags. They're all handmade, very, very top quality. And all the money, all the proceeds from the sales, they go back to charity, basically. That's the concept behind it. It brings together a lot of designers from different backgrounds, different styles. So I think it's a very nice platform for all these designers to grow together, basically.
I'm a jewelry designer. I design jewelry that is valuable and at the same time daily use jewelry, practical, that is inspired by Arabic and Khaliji heritage and culture. It helped me as the first step in launching my jewelry to public and for others to be part of one of the, I think it's one of the important boutiques in the country that helps new and UAE-based designers. Yeah.
The store will also regularly showcase multimedia collaborations between designers, painters, sculptors and digital artists to further nurture the region's creative talent as part of an initiative called UD Engage. And with that, let's take a look at the local and international weather forecast for tomorrow. And before we head out, here are the top stories again. UAE continues to take further concrete steps towards developing its nuclear energy program. UAE ambassador to Pakistan calls on community to donate towards floods. And Apple's Steve Jobs dies at 56. Well, that brings us to the end of the bulletin. If you'd like to get in touch with us, though, you can write to us at news@city7tv.com or by calling us on 04367 2230. From the entire news team, it's goodbye for now.